What is up, YouTube? Today we're going to be reviewing Yolopark's rendition of Rise of the Beast, Scourge. I am really excited for this review. I've had this guy for quite a while now, but I've never taken the opportunity to review this masterpiece of a figure. And yes, we are only 20 seconds in. I'm already calling this thing a masterpiece of a figure. This thing is awesome and is a staple for the model kit community. If you enjoy model kits and you enjoy Transformers, this thing is incredible. The Yolopark model kits have not been disappointing whatsoever. I've only collected 2, sadly. I still want Cheetor, Rhinox, and Bumblebee. And I am seeing a very great looking Mirage coming up, which I will most likely pick up. So be on the lookout for that. This guy is awesome, and I may have already said that beforehand, but this dude is sick. So let's just get right into the review, because like I said, I am so excited about this review, and if y'all can't tell, I'm really excited about this review. Anyways, though, let's get right into it. I'm going to try to make this a fast review, which I say every review video, and they are never fast at all. So this is the model kit for Scourge, and this guy is practically a leader class. This dude is very, very tall. He may not look like it right now, but we're about to get right into some size comparisons. So before we do that, though, let's talk about his accessories. So he does come with a plethora of things, I would say. He does come with quite the few accessories. One I do not have on me, and I'm not going to go get it. I'm extremely lazy. It's his cannon. I don't like it. It doesn't look very good to me. It doesn't tab in the arm any. So if you do this, you get the same effect as what the cannon does. Yeah. The cannon is probably one of the weaker parts of it. And it's just, I don't know. I don't like it, so I don't really use it much. It's not my cup of tea. I prefer just what I just did. So that's that. So for the ulterior parts, you do get this right here, which this is going to be the interior faceplate, which is sculpted beautifully and looks very nice, painted pretty well. I like this color that they chose. It is very, very nice. Now let's get right into here. This guy, oh well, before we do that, this is his blade. I have custom painted it myself, filled in the gold cracks, and added some silver weathering, but it did come with a very nice black and a very nice silver, so very good blade by itself, and it's pretty tall for a blade. It fills in his forearm quite nicely, and compared to, like, Bumblebee movie Optimus Prime, it goes to about his chest, so it's not a small blade by any means. If anything, it is quite the large blade. So that is his accessories. Like I said earlier, he does come with a cannon piece, but I do not like it. Plain and simple, I do not like it. So let's get into this wonderful head sculpt for him. Here, let me adjust this light so we can see that absolutely handsome head sculpt he's got going on here. This guy is so wickedly cool. I just absolutely love the way it looks. And there's some heavily detailed sections on the side of his head there. Absolutely love that battle damage, being able to see. You know, let's just... we're just going to reenact a scene from the movie real quick. Let's pop off that head sculpt so we can get a better look at it. So as you can see, this is extremely accurate to the movie. Let's compare this to the concept art. Son of a gun. Let's compare this to the Studio Series version. So you can see the similarities. Studio Series will always hold a place in my heart, but I know that the model kit is miles better. So this is the head sculpt here. I really enjoy it, and this thing is awesome. So as you can see, I have actually done a little bit of custom painting on it. I've painted the interior here, like the organs part, and gave some silver weathering to the head sculpt. Gonna do some more painting for the whole body here, I think, but I just want to start with the head, and I think it looks really good. Anyways, though, so let's start taking this piece right here off. And I'm dropping everything in this review. Anyways, though, so you do get this really nice silver mask piece. Now, it's not a soft plastic at all. It is quite a hard plastic, but I would say I would recommend being careful as it is pretty thin, and you could easily break it, I think. I mean, I haven't had a chance of breaking it because it's pretty tough, but just be careful because this piece right here is not connected to the nose piece. It is just connected by this section right here, so I could see somebody breaking that. Just be careful, heads up. And then this is the head sculpt right here, and if y'all can notice already, you have a giant tab in the forehead, which for stop motion people, or people that are going to, what's the word for it? I can't remember words right now. I am tired. It's like 8 o'clock here. Anyways, though, so for the people that are going to, display him without his mask, you may be worrying that there is a giant tab in his head. Thankfully, Yolopark has already thought of a fix for that, and has given us, and before we talk about that, here's some really nice interior designing there, detailing and all that. Really love the way that looks. I painted that a bronze color because I think it helps it stick out, but without it, it was still sick. But Yolopark, our saviors of model kits, have given us a extra option to where it fills in the head and you get rid of that unseemly gappage. So, if you want to do that, that is yours to do it with. I think it's very neat that they did that. Me personally, the tab doesn't really bother me that bad, because I literally just would chalk it up to like, oh, it's more battle damage, or I don't know. But glad that they did it nonetheless. I'm not going to be displaying him without his mask, because that is heresy. And around here, we love Scourge with his mask on. So, if you want to do it, you can do it. He's very sick, has a face only a mother could love, but I love him anyways. So now that we've talked about his head, let's get into some other detailing. Obviously, you can tell that they have absolutely nailed the look for Scourge. There is some heavy traces of Decepticon, oh my lord, all sorts of different factions on his arms. You can see some Autobots, Decepticons, another Autobot. You can see some Terracons. I think there's a Maximal logo on here somewhere. Yep, Maximal logo right there. You can see some Terracons on here. I think they're called Predacons. That's what I'm thinking of. You can see some Predacons on there. Very detailed all the way through. Legs are detailed. I mean, this man right here, I don't get bored looking at him at all. He's one of those that I don't even have to play with to enjoy. He is a masterpiece figure. And beats the Studio Series version by miles. Alright, so now that we've spent 8 minutes on talking about how handsome the details are, let's talk about articulation, because that is where this sucker shines. So Yolopark has made it their mission to have it be as detailed as possible and do it to it not transforming. He has some crazy articulation. So let's get started in the head. So right here in the head, you do have a point of articulation here at the base of the neck this right here, let's just pop the head off again. This neck collar piece can swivel that much that way and that much that way. It can also go up that much and down that much. And then there's a ball joint right here, so when you reattach the head, Scourge has been decapitated 3 times in this review, you can get some very nice angles. That's how far he can look up, how far he can look down, naturally. But if you use the neck, you can get him looking way more down. So, Scourge, if you want him to look somewhere, he can probably look there, because you have this right here. He can swivel all the way around, 360 right there at the neck. He can look up that much, down that much, if you take advantage of the neck joint. He can have a side-to-side, which because of that, you can get some very eerie-looking poses. Absolutely love using this in stop motion. He also has some mouth articulation, which is kind of hard to see, so let's take off the mask. He does have some mouth articulation, which is, again, detailed. You can see some teeth in there. And the mouth can go that much down, so you can absolutely have him screaming, "Arr!" I mean, it's possible. It's your toy if you want to do it. And there is a inner throat pipe in there, so they really did nail the anatomy of them. Really love the details here. But the jaw is very well articulated for, well, what is a jaw? Let's go ahead and plug this in so that we don't scare off 90% of the viewers watching this video with how ugly he is. And that's it at the head. So right here at the arms, you do have a couple of pieces you want to move out of the way. Arms can go up that much. You do have a butterfly swivel that can go back that much and forward that much. So you can get some very nice poses there. Does go all the way around, 360 at the shoulder, 360 at the bicep. Kind of tight in some spots. Here at the elbow, it is on 2 hinges, so you have this one right here, which bends to a 90, and then you have this one right here, which allows it to be completely a double bend, which is very nice. You can have him tipping his hat off. Alright, same thing for this arm right here. At the claw, you do have a hinge right there, or a swivel right there, so the claw can spin around. You have a hinge here at the base, and another hinge right here, so you can have the claw do a little bit of a pinchy pinch. You can do whatever you want with these claws. They are very, very well animated. Absolutely love these suckers. Again, a little bit of a foreshadowing here. So much better than this soft rubber tragedy. Then on this arm, this is where I absolutely fell in love with his articulation. On this arm, you do have this one posable hand, which, as you can see, you have a wrist swivel. It is on a ball joint, so you can do this. Every ball joint is a side to side, up and down. And then, as you can see, bunches and bunches of finger articulation. So every finger is individually articulated. You have one hinge at the base, like that. One hinge in the middle, and one hinge at the index. Same thing goes for all of them. One hinge at the base, one hinge in the middle, one hinge at the index. One hinge at the base, one hinge in the middle, and one at the index. The thumb does go in and out just like that, and you also have a hinge right here. So, if there's a pose that you want Scourge's hands to be in, you can get him in said pose. His hands are very animated. And I absolutely love him for that, because stop motion is awesome with him. Anyways, though, he does have a ab crunch. Well, kind of an ab crunch, because he can go back that far, just like that. And he does have an ab crunch, but can go down that much. And if you look at the back here, it does reveal some awesome spinal. That's not supposed to happen at all. If you use the ab crunch, it does reveal some awesome spinal detail, which this right here absolutely made this for me when I first got him out of the package. This has become a staple for Transformers for me. I love spinal columns. I think they look so cool on a Transformer. So cool on a Transformer. Anyways, though, so down here at the waist, you do have a waist swivel, which can go basically all the way around, but then this piece is going to start to fall out. It does promote a little bit of side-to-side action there. Oh, also at the torso, you can oh my goodness, you can swivel this, so you have that articulation right there. Then at the legs, which are very animated, they can go out that much. They can do the full split, kind of loose right here. May have to tighten that up for me. And the legs down here are on a drop down hinge. So usually you'd only be able to get up that high, but because of the drop down hinge, you can get the legs up to be that high. So he has no problem absolutely decimating Optimus in the face. So there's that. You do have a thigh swivel. You don't have, well, kind of a thigh. Yeah, you do have a thigh swivel, and you do have that much at the knee, Ha, I'm just joking with you. There's more. So this allows for about a 90 degree at the knee, which is all well and done, and working hydraulics. I was absolutely squealing when I first saw that. That made me extremely happy, and was very happy to see that. Then at the feet, they do have a little bit of back action here. They can spin all the way around. They do go up. If you move this up, they do move up about that much. You do have a toe bend about that much, and a okay ankle tilt, which is kind of mediocre at best, but it's okay. It's absolutely okay. I haven't had any problem posting this guy. This right here proposes a little bit of a problem. If you want a straight ankle tilt, you're going to have to leave that open, which looks kind of stupid. But the second you close it, the ankle tilt kind of goes out to the side. So more or less, when you use an ankle tilt, the feet are always going to look like that, which isn't bad for Scourge. I mean, it doesn't look dumb at all, but it does promote some problems sometimes. And that is it for the articulation of Scourge. I spent way too long on that segment. But, couple of final thoughts here. This can be a part of the final thoughts here. Let's bring in some comparisons. So, the first one up is going to be our boy in red and blue, Optimus Prime. This is the Bumblebee movie, Voyager class, Optimus Prime. As you can see, Scourge absolutely decimates him when it comes to size. This dude is an awesome lad. Love him. I love you too. You deserve your own review. Maybe in the future. Then, obviously, to promote how large he is, let's throw in Mirage here. It's your boy Mirage. As you can see, Scourge absolutely decimates his size also. And I think this size is somewhat more accurate to the movie than what it would be like with the studio series. I don't know. I prefer this size difference between these two. I think this is absolutely sick. So, on that note, let's bring in our sweet boy, Bumblebee. As I said before, I prefer this size difference. I think this looks sick, and Scourge looks more like a threat rather than the lovable goof that we get from the Studio Series line. So, tap, tap. Here's the Bumblebee. We love Bumblebee around here. Hit my camera. Hi, Optimus. Hit my camera. Anyways, though, so that is going to be... Well, here we have a couple more, because I'm forgetting everything. Here is Novocaine. He is next to a core class. Absolutely squanders his size. Here he is next to Freezer, and if I'm correct, here he is next to Nightbird. Nightbird absolutely, he dwarfs Nightbird in size. This is the one size that I don't like between these two. I'm okay with it, because Scourge makes up for it with how awesome he is, but I don't like the size difference between these two. I mean, it makes sense, because she's a small car, and he's a huge truck, but... I don't know. I prefer the size difference in the movie, I would say, between these two. So that is it for the Terracons. Now, there is two more that I would like to do. Here he is next to Studio Series Rise of the Beast, Scourge. This is the main comparison that I really wanted to make. And just for the heck of it, because I'm going to be posting a review on this guy soon, I'm pretty sure. Here he is next to Studio Series Galvatron. I actually have some good news for him. Little bit of a hint here. Meep. Anyways, so here he is next to Studio Series Scourge. I absolutely love these two. Both of them are very cool, and if y'all haven't seen a stop motion where Scourge practically rips the head off of the other Scourge, in my headcanon, this was the original body of Scourge and transformed into this. That's what I think. Whatever. But I absolutely adore both of these guys. Obviously, I'm going to love this guy because he's a Transformer. He does his job and does it pretty well. I mean, a lot of people dunk on this guy, and I completely understand it. His dunkability rating is a 9 out of 10. I mean, he is easy to dunk on because he is a flimsy, weird goofball in the Studio Series world. But I love him regardless, and I had a fun time customizing him, and he will always hold a special spot in my heart, and I love him regardless of if he is the goofy goober little brother of this model kit Scourge. But I mean, if this thing transformed, I think that it would be a perfect figure. I mean, if somehow there was some third party black magic involved, I think this thing would be awesome. And like I said before, I prefer the size of this one. I think Scourge should be more intimidating. And I mean, when you compare them to Bumblebee, Scourge was already quite large compared to the Bumblebee movie Optimus. But I just prefer the bigger-than-life version of Scourge here. I think it pulls off the threat level a lot more, and it makes him seem like Unicron's greatest huntsman. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and another thing. Let me see if I can get this working, because I was testing with something earlier. One thing that I do like about this Scourge here, though, on the left, the Studio Series 1, is that, if it's going to work, there we go. Let me cut the lights. I have figured out how to make his chest light up. So, yeah, I'm kind of happy about that. Doesn't really appear well on camera. Well, it's not that bad. But, yay, Studio Series light up chest. Yee. Anyways, though, if you're gonna get one, it really does depend. I mean, when you're comparing them to each other, obviously in the bot mode, the model kit is going to win out. I mean, that's just how it's going to be. But if you want a solid Studio Series figure, get the Studio Series Scourge. I mean, I know his price is high right now, so I wouldn't say get him for $70 or $80 or $150. I think is a reasonable price. But everything else, I think is absurd for him. But Model Kit Scourge has definitely fulfilled some desires that I wish the Studio Series had. That's all I'm going to say. And this guy is so much fun. I've not put him down since the moment I got him. So, I mean, a $30 price tag for this, and he looks like a masterpiece? Heck yeah, Yolopark is knocking it out of the park. Literally, no pun intended. And I am very excited to see where the future of this company goes. All of their model kits, I haven't seen one that has disappointed me so far, and I really want that G1 Megatron. He looks amazing. But that has been my review for Model Kit Scourge. If y'all have enjoyed this review, which, I'm not going to lie, definitely had some errors in it. I forgot multiple words, and I made some weird sound effects that probably should have never been sounded outside of my own mind. But I hope that y'all have enjoyed this review. I really do enjoy these, and maybe, making a gaming channel, if that one succeeds. Little bit of a shout out to that, SM Gaming. I recommend that y'all should check it out. Anyways, though, if that hits off, maybe I'll make myself a review channel. Who knows? So I hope y'all have enjoyed this review. Again, if you want an awesome figure, if you want to put together a model kit, which I didn't make mention of this in the main video, his model kit is very fun to do. I got it done in under 5 minutes, and I'm an absolute bumbling moron when it comes to model kits. This dude's awesome. So if y'all have enjoyed this video, make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as I said once and will say it again, I shall see y'all next time. I hope that y'all have a blessed week, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.